I gotta make a decision. Oh, he already. Yeah, but he don't get that much. No, fuck it. Yeah, I got it right. Okay, cool. Shooting you put up, shoot it up, put up, You did what? Wait, what you do?
I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA
Oh,
Sports. We're just about set to get
yeah,
started,
yeah, yeah,
and this ought
yeah.
to be a good one. Between
Okay.
the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints.
All right.
I'll have scores around the league for you at the half. But it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, thanks, Coach.
They're not
EA
gonna be
Sports
rookie of the year.
coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments
Oh,
ago,
I think
here
it
it
is.
is.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah.
unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These
I
folks are
got defensive
fired
rookie of
up
the
as
year on
their
my.
guys are ready to do battle between the
Whoa.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints.
You gon' see. Ain't no cheat code here, baby.
It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half and some of these shorter gains.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, Fields. Open man, Gronkowski complete. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 62 yards.
And you can tell early, they're going to look his way quite a bit, and he made himself available on that one.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs. So much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down. On 3rd, go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what did the offensive coordinator say right off the top? He's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So from
first play, I'm trying to develop Jefferson. He catches the ball first play, and he's injured.
He'll drop to throw. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas.
It's okay. We have other weapons.
Way down inside the 20.
Oh, they didn't say something too.
Of over 20 yards.
You did. You said you were
For the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. An 18-yard touchdown grab as his guys are forward here in this first quarter.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Throwing on first down. Fields. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. On the counter, here's Jones. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Looking to throw. Fields. Open man has got it. It's complete. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
After one, a one-point game, 7-6. Looking to throw on second down. Fields. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 32-yard line.
I needed it to be
go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, we got
rush coming, and he's taken down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. 5 yards gets him back near the original line of scrimmage as they'll be left with a 3rd and long. The Bucs on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw. Fields. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski. Complete.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display.
Before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Now a play fake here on first down. He's got his man on the crossing
He's just running past y'all.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards. Kamara try the right side. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. 10 yards, good for his Saints first down. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And down inside the 15 he goes. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. From 13 yards out. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he spins through. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
On second down now, it's Jones. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 2nd and 5, and they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. To throw on third down, Fields looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 40.
What's up?
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Looking to throw. Fields. Jones has it. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts.
Did somebody block sunshine over there?
50 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Fields. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Back to throw, Fields. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Looking to throw, Fields. And this is caught by Watkins. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Operating from the gun, Fields. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard as the first half is winding down. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead.
Come on, y'all.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Likely time for just one final play, and then they'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And he fends him off. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here at half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A give running right, Lindsey. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
They'll run on 1st down. Lindsey. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That is caught at the 7. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Saints have retaken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown.
Oh, my God.
The 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. So the opening drive of this 3rd quarter, they're trying to set the tone for the 2nd half.
And without a doubt, they did exactly that. I've known coaches who have said the first 5 minutes of each half are so important to do exactly what you said, which is set the tone. I've also heard coaches talk about the first 5 plays. Let's go out and be aggressive right off the top. That's exactly what they did.
A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Fielded just inside the 20. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. They'll drop the throw. And that will be incomplete. The safety that time, Tony Jefferson, there on the coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Off the bootleg. Fields. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
On third down, Fields. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Saints to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Well, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock. Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's got this down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Zach Ertz, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes this a 9-point game. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. After the touchdown Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Fields. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Fields. This complete to Jones. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be 2nd down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Here's 2nd and 8. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
I'm trying to figure out what my lineman X-Factor hasn't activated.
Fields. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete.
Yeah.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Off the play fake. Fields. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 25, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So now the Bucs down by 9, 1:09 to play. They'll need a score here and also likely an onside kick recovery, but first things first. 1st and 10. He's going to let it fly. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing again. Fields. Incomplete. He was trying to get it into Watkins, but now it'll be third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Fields. Complete to Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
A field goal will do it for them. They got the onside kick that they needed here. We'll see if they can do the rest.
Some teams are just not comfortable waiting to see what happens. Some teams like to force the action. That's exactly what we saw with this onside kick.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off,
Bro,
exactly
they just tried to play me, bro.
down to the last play. We're still.
They just tried to play me.
Could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Saints, it's an ideal start as they move to 3.
Want starters, had a couple drinks. We ain't found no drink with the 75s. They tried to charge us $100 for a table.
We got the quarterback of the future. Wait. 707 custom. They got a 707 custom. Oh. I probably ain't buying this shit. Interesting.